Hello, everyone. Welcome to our, I think this, third movie review 20 years later. Gonna wait till people hop in. So we start just talking about it, but welcome everybody to the live. Welcome the silent viewers. Hope one day you'll be comfortable enough to join us. To come say hi. Uh, and yeah, that's gonna be it for now. Let's wait until a few people hop in here so we can talk about this. I saw this movie before. I watched it again to refresh my memory because I forget a lot. So, um, now it's refreshed in my mind. So yeah, just like I said, we're just waiting in. I forgot what the next movie was that we're gonna watch, but I'm sure I'll find out by the end of the live. And then, like I said, I usually wait like 3 or 4 nights in between, so people won't get like all movied out, and they have a couple of days to watch it. And then next month we'll be hopping on to books. I don't know if we'll do books and still the movie. I think we'll just stick to like books next month, maybe. Hey, Susan. Yes, and this was Susan's lovely movie review. I mean, movie suggestion for us to review. Let me make sure I got that on live chat. Got this on live chat. Okay. So hopefully a couple of other people watched it besides me and you, Susan, so we could talk about it. I don't know what happened earlier. I was watching the movie. I think like around 10 or 11, and then I woke up and like I said, I told you I sleep with my light on because I'm scared of spiders or whatever. And the light was off, and so was everything else. And I'm like, the electricity off? What the hell? And then I turned the stuff on and it worked. So I'm like, what the heck happened? Did everything just turn off while I was asleep? That doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna see. Um, I texted my daughter to see if the electricity turned off, but she didn't respond. So I'll see when I get up if things are blinking. If things are blinking out there, that means it was electricity. But if they're not, that means just the room got turned off, and that was kind of weird. But I'll see. It felt really creepy to wake up in the dark and then just hit silent, my fan off, um my computer wasn't plugged in, but it just went blank. Well, yeah, when the show was still going, I don't know. I don't know what happened. But yeah, that's kind of creepy. But oh, come on, where's the other people hopping in? And I haven't asked Susan anything about the movie. An easy question to ask before we get into it is, did you enjoy the movie? We have fast power outages sometimes, like a couple seconds, just enough to say, "What the fuck?" Not us. I mean, it does happen. It does happen like once in a blue moon or whatever. At least in this house, I don't think it's ever happened since I've been here. But I know in other houses it would just once, off and on. That's why I'll see if things that have, like the microwave or the oven, those will be blinking if something went off and on in the house. Hey, sweetums. But those will be blinking, so I'll know it was all around outage. But if they aren't, that means everything just got turned off in my room, which is weird. But I'm assuming it's all. And then, like I said, I would think my daughter would be like, "Oh, the electricity went out" or something. Sweetums, did you get to watch the movie? And Susan, you said you enjoyed it. Wow, I don't know. Hey, Desi. Boy, what the heck is wrong with me and movies then? Everybody, Desi, did you watch it? Everybody is like the movie. That's the overall. I think, I think that's. I don't know if I don't know. We're gonna see if Diane hops in to see if she did. Diane agree to watch it? That's the only one we'd be waiting for if she agreed to watch it. But I don't know. I don't remember. But first, it's all you guys thought it was good. I didn't think it was good. I for it to be. I don't know. And I even watched it again to see if I thought it would. Maybe I just missed a few things, but I don't know. It didn't. I didn't. I fell asleep when I got home and didn't wake up until okay. So we'll just wait a little bit longer. Well, we could wait until like what, 15 minutes, like we usually do, to see if Diane hops in to see if she saw it, and we'll just talk about other stuff until then. Besides the general thing of you guys like the movie, like how I didn't like it, and like I said, I know the first time I watched it, I was a little confused on a little details, but then watching it again, I wasn't confused anymore, and I'm like, well, I still didn't like it. Hmm. What's our next movie gonna be, you guys? Who was it? It was Desi's pick next, right? Or let me know. No, dang it. Dang it. Oh, I gotta remind myself to do something now and then. And what's that on? Oh, that one wasn't for free. The way it was filmed was amazing, had me jumping and had me in tears. What? Hmm. I thought just the way it was set up and stuff, they could have done so much better. I thought there was a little bit of sad stuff, but tears. I'm like, am I a little bit a little bit hardened here? Oh my god, I need somebody to be on my side here. Oh, Susan Cinder. You said it was sad, didn't you, or no? Sweetums, let's see. Oh yeah, Sweetums didn't say. I don't think Sweetums said it was sad. Yeah, the infected were just trying to live their life, and the non-infected slaughtered them. Like, and I was like, wait, that was the sad part. Oh, so you got that was the sad part. Damn, Susan. Wow. Now, okay, Sweetums, now that you see why Susan was sad, do you still say all Susan's tender heart? Okay, there we go. So it was like that. So you were sympathizing with Susan. Oh my goodness. Wow. Can't believe there's a sense of Susan. That's not, that's a twisted sense of, oh my goodness. Well, I guess a lot of people will look at it that way too. Then the boy telling his dad to basically fuck off. So he wait. You're telling everything before we you just told it all. Susan's been waiting to talk about this. She's like, I'm just about to spill it. We're trying to wait for a few more minutes to see if Diane hops in if she watched it. She just told it all. I'm so sorry. Uh, well, I know you just spilled it all out. So when the zombie apocalypse comes, Susan's running the zombie zoo. Really? All right. Well, it's like 11. Let's. I guess we'll just go on and talk about the 28 years later. I mean, we got to start at the beginning, you guys. So the beginning just basically shows a kid getting ready. How old is the kid? He's like 13, 14, getting ready. Um, so you could tell like to do some type of fighting or whatever. He's like putting knives in his pocket, and he's 12. Oh, so he's 12. And his dad, basically so amping him up like, oh yeah, we're about to go do this, and he uh visits his he goes to his mom that's like in the bed with obviously an illness, and you can tell she don't have like memory or whatever. It's like Alzheimer's or what's it called? Dementia type thing. So they leave, and their whole what's left of where they are, the part that they're in, is cheering for them. So they basically show their whole. If you guys want to add stuff in there, go ahead. They basically just show the whole setup of how they've been living. They have obviously a post where the line ends where they live, and then there's once you open up the gate that's guarded, there's water and a little um what is that called? That was between the two parts. A little no, I can't. I want to say bridge like thing, something that went down um a causeway. Is causeway? That's what it is. Between theirs, which is the non-infected, and the infected, and this gets covered in water when the tide comes in. So basically, they only have the walkway or the causeway before the tide comes in. So so they're walking, and so obviously the dad's been over to the other side a lot of times or whatever. And this is the first time the son's going over there to learn, I guess, and to they also go over there to grab things that maybe they don't have on the other side. So they're just walking, chit chat, and that conversation is not really anything. He's just telling them certain things or whatever. So the infected were minding their own business on the non-infected hunted side. Them and yeah, but still, that side had things they needed. So it wasn't like they were just sitting and they still had to scout out stuff they didn't have. So um so they go over there. I'm sorry, but I don't like how they played the fat infected. So they're naked. You know, the infected people are naked. And the first ones they show is like some fat ones rolling around on the ground and basically eating anything like worms and stuff like that. So it wasn't like they just ate other flesh like humans ate. They ate, food, worms, whatever. Desi, yeah, the dad was teaching his son how to unalive them, yeah. But it wasn't like they were just doing hunting for no reason. They were still had to get stuff for the other side. And then they have the fat ones just slowly crawling on the ground, slithering, right? I didn't like how they played the fat ones, I'm sorry. But that was the first one that he told his son to kill. Obviously it was the easiest one. But, what the hell? But when his son, tries to kill the first one, behind them comes another fat one that's up at least and runs towards them. So they have this. Is that where they had the old boy? No. So I think that in that part they just killed them both, right? And then uh just went on with their business. Trying to remember what the second thing was after that. It was a very symbolic coming of age movie. uh what was the next thing that was anything? Because besides when the it was almost Hunger Games, Susan. Before the house, what was that just the second part? When they went in the house, there wasn't anything in between that? I don't think so. So I'm gonna go with the house, because I don't think there was anything really, uh... Anyway, so they find this house that when they walk in, there's like a man, hung upside down and his head is covered. So the guy tells his son to basically kill him. And I don't think the guy that was hung upside down was a zombie or anything. I just think it was like they sent a message to whoever came in, like, look what we could do to your people too. But they still had to end up killing the guy because he would, I think, turn into one anyway. They never took they never took the thing off his head. They just killed him basically. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess that, but so I'll go back to the beginning where when they showed the zombies overtake just like the land, period. It was a very short thing. There was a group of blonde head, because they're blonde. What, wait, no, they're not. I don't know why they showed the blonde head part because they're not all blonde. But there were a whole bunch of blonde kids in a room. People were protecting them. Eventually, the zombies went in there and, you know, were killing them. One kid got away, ran to the church, and in the church the father was praying. And he was basically like, Father, they're coming, and then the father was like, this is what's supposed to happen. He said, he gave him the cross, and he was like, keep this cross with you always. And the father didn't do anything to protect himself. He said, like there was the coming, I guess he thought it was the coming of Christ when it was just the zombies eating everybody. And so the kid runs off to go hide, and the zombies go in and eat the father, the priest or whatever. But the kid, like I said, had the gold cross with him. So, uh, oh yeah, I hate that to use. I don't. I mean, don't use the word. I'm gonna forget. I don't, because I cannot. I feel like such a stupid asshole when I gotta use unalive. I'm telling you. Anyway, so that was, I guess, the part that you're supposed to have in your head, like the kid got the cross. Uh, And so, what's it called? So I forgot that part at the beginning. So we're in the house now. They, oh, I'll say off. They off the guy that was hanging upside down. Then they were just scrounging through the house to see if there was any valuable things they could take back with them. But then they heard uh, the zombie people coming, and what they had mainly just bow and arrow. So they were just shooting them. So eventually they have to run up the stairs, jump in the attic, and hide. Right? Well, yeah, yeah. They'll be like, "Oh, gee, you said we're too much time." So that's nobody. They'll put my video down to like 0 views or something. And then the next couple of videos, it's like, oh, nobody's gonna see your video. It always happens when I talk about something. But so anyway, they end up going into the attic part of the house where they just had to jump up in there. There was no steps or anything, so the zombies couldn't get them, and they could see they could see outside because the house is decrepit, so even the attic area is you can see through the roof a little bit. So the someone was asking like, "What is that?" and "What is this?" and he asked like, "What a fire!" He saw a fire burning off in the distance, and he asked his father, what that was, and his father said he didn't know, and so they slept. They went to sleep. That's why I said there was so much they could have done with this movie than these little steps that they took. I just feel like there was so much more they could have done. So, oh, and they were like from the first group that went in the house. The dad saw that. Wasn't that time? No, I think I'm trying to remember. Was it that? I think it is where the dad saw the alpha, right? So it was like the alpha was watching the house, and the alpha was the only scary thing that I thought was incomes. Yeah, alpha. So the alpha was the only one that I thought was scary. Like the alpha zombie, that was scary. That was like, oh dang, there's somebody that's ahead of them. These zombies had more of they weren't just like I said mindless. They had communities, they had families. There was definitely, like I said, the alpha that ruled them all. So they did have more of an They did have a little. Not I wouldn't say emotion. They had more of a like, oh, there's family type stuff. So the dad sees the alpha and he's just like, oh shit, there's alpha. So basically, they wake up with the house fall like crumbling, right? And they run out of the house and basically make their way back to the causeway. And while they're starting the causeway, they had to start with the tide still hadn't gone away completely for the causeway to be clear, but they started walking anyway because they knew like hello, the alpha knew they were there, so they really had to get out of there quick. So they're walking and they're like, yeah, you did it, la la la. Then they turn around, there's the alpha, and the alpha starts running at them. So they start running. That's why I said that was probably the only scary part that it was for me, the alpha part. And they have the alpha like the zombies are all naked or whatever. I don't know why the alpha has to have the big slong of them all, but the alpha has a big slong running. I don't know why they had to do that in this movie. So the alpha big slong dog is moving, chasing them across the causeway. By the time they get to their side, they're yelling, alpha, alpha, or whatever. So the people are starting to shoot at the alpha, and when they get to the gate, they're not letting them until they see their eyes to know that they're not infected. They see that they're not infected. They let them in, and they, you know, kill. Didn't they kill the alpha at that time? They just basically lit him up with arrows, and then a fire arrow, and oh, I said the word again. Hold up. I think there should have been more of a struggle with the alpha because it's like, how do you have this huge thing? Not talking about a slung, the man. The man was scary. And then it's just like, oh, I'm gonna just go out like that. You don't get anything, no type of struggle. You know what I mean? I thought that could have been done with more of a struggle. Come on, how do you have this big alpha put in place, and then he just goes out by arrows and that's it? I just think there should have been more to it. So anyway, when they get back in town, we'll say in their little town, um, the dad's like, yeah, my boy did good. He off people, right from the start. But the boy was like, "Nah, Dad, I really didn't do much. The first one, I hit him in the wrong position. I didn't hit him where it was off right away. He was like, I was scared. What are you talking about, pops?" But his dad wanted everybody to be proud of him, so he didn't put up a. That's what I'm saying. No, no. He ran, and they shot him with arrows, and he died. That's what I'm saying. There needs to be more. You don't create the alpha, and the alpha doesn't go out that way. Everybody knows that, but it did. So anyway, wait a minute. Wait, is that right, you guys? I'm trying to think later on in the movie. No, wait, did it die? He didn't die. So he just got shot with arrows, and he didn't die. Okay, I keep on saying that. Okay. He retreated. So he didn't get unalived, and I'm, oh my goodness. Anyway, so um they have a they have like a party, and they're letting the son like drink alcohol or whatever. When they're during the party, um the dad sneaks away with his side piece basically, and the son sees the dad sneaking away, and he's like, "What are you doing, Pop?" So he goes and first the son goes and throws up because he was drinking. And then he looks off in the distance and sees his dad. I think because Alpha wasn't the boss villain at the end, it was just an obstacle. But it doesn't matter. He was still the Alpha. Um, what was I gonna say? Okay, so the son sees the dad off in the distance with the side piece, and he goes and sees the dad doing something, mixable with the side piece, and he basically runs home. And when he runs home, I don't know if that was his grandfather. I don't know if it was just a friend of the family or whatever. They didn't really make that very clear, I don't think. But there was an older person watching over the mom because she can't be left alone. And if you guys knew who he was, you could put in there. But the son started talking to the older person and asked him about what that flame was, and what said my thing. Am I here? It said it glitched or something. That's what I don't understand about these movies. They in danger and fighting for their lives, but then they go party and get drunk. How you gonna fight in double vision and no balance in real life? Yeah, that would never work. All right, I'm good. Um, all right. So whoever was in the house with the bomb, basically, when the son asked him about the fire, he was like, "Oh, that's our band, whatever the guy's name is, which is the bone collector." I forgot what his name was, but anyway, the old man tells him that's a doctor. And when the son says doctor, I thought there were no doctors alive anymore. He said basically, yeah, there's that one, but that one went insane. So basically, nobody, considered him helpful or anything because he went crazy. And but once the son hears doctor in his head, he's thinking, oh, doctor, well, the doctor could help his mom, from whatever she's suffering with. Hi, Sal. Is it Sal? Um, so the next day, um, the son was just laying or whatever around his mom, and then dad comes in and basically the son ain't having it. Like, I saw you with your side piece. Tell me why you're trying to come in here and lay with us. Like, it's no problem. And they get into a little thing in the hallway where he slaps the son, and the son basically pulls on a knife, like, I'm gonna stab you. But then the father takes it from him and gives it back, and then he just leaves. He's like, leave, dad. So he just leaves. And then the son creates a distraction for the people that are watching over the gate, and he set fire to one of their sheds. So everybody would leave the gate so he could escape with the mom and start, going back to the other side because, like I said, he wants to bring his mom to the doctor to hopefully help his mom. So they get over to the other side, the mom and the son. What message? Sweetums Lord, and doing the deed risky bringing a baby into the zombie apocalypse. Oh boy, I would never have Smexy time again. I know. That's what I think of too. Like, there's a zombie apocalypse and you're going to think of doing that. That would be a no. So, Sweetums house too. Desi, does that one wait till I get further in? Oh. Because that's when they insert the Smexy Wexy scenes. Desi. Wait, where was the Smexy Wex? Oh, between the side piece and whatever. So the mom, did I get them all, Susan? The mom and the boys over at the other side. The mom and the son and the mom, whatever you want to say. I'm trying to figure out the first scene with them that was anything really. Oh, I guess it was at the gas station. Was it a gas station or whatever? Or a little diner? Was that the first thing scene with them, you guys? The diner thing? Alright, so they go in the diner because, like, the zombies are going after them or whatever. So they run in the diner. In the diner, there's just this other person. Um. Anyway, basically they run through, and the other person was already gassing the inside of the place to set it on fire to get rid of the zombies or whatever. So he pulls them up through something, I don't know. Basically they escape because the gas exploded, blah blah blah. Anyway, this guy's on his own, doesn't really want to be having anybody slowing him down, to get where he wants to get. And because the mom needed help and needed carrying at that point, um he's like, I'm not about to have this lady slowing me down. But eventually he ends up doing it and helps and carries her. Which wouldn't, I don't think that would be the case. But anyway, they're just walking along the land. That's why I said it's boring. Because it's like you're walking along the land, and then boom, there's one intense scene, and then boom, it's over, and then you're walking along the land again, and is the next scene the bus, right? Oh wait, wasn't we missed a scene in between there where they were sleeping? and the son woke up with one of the zombies dead, which the mom didn't. That really doesn't mean anything. Uh, what's the next important scene? The bus. Anyway, the mom wandered off for a little bit, and she goes because she hears screaming, and she goes on this bus, and it's one of the zombies, screaming because the zombie's in labor. Okay, a zombie is in labor, guys. Did they ever a zombie in labor? Well, anyway, the mom feels sympathy for the zombie in labor, and she sits there, well, stands there holding her hands, and the zombie once doesn't try to attack her because she's in labor, and she's scared. And she's like, "Help me! I'm having a baby." So the zombie starts having the baby. Um, I love Jodie Corner. She's such a great actress. Which one was that? I have no idea. But the zombie was having the baby, so they all come in and see the zombie having the baby. They, uh, when she did have the baby, what the heck happened? I know the baby was wrapped up, but I'm trying to figure out. Did they kill the mom? Oh shit! Oh shit! A zombie baby. I know that, but did they was the mom alive? Of course the once they hear the scream stuff, so the alpha was the father. The alpha was the baby daddy. So they had to start running away. But the baby looked human and not infected. So that's why they took the baby. But they had to start running from Big Daddy Alpha. Zombie mom attacked, and the guy. Okay, the guy shot her. The one rogue guy shot her. So they have the baby. They're running. Wait, man, I still think. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out. This is such a boring movie. I'm trying. You guys could add. Spike's mother is a. Wait, Spike's mother is. Oh, okay. Oh, then here comes Susan to my see sad movie. Voldemort. That was Voldemort. Voldemort. That was him, or is that his name? Not from Harry Potter. So he offs the mom. Why am I thinking about? Anyway, is it the same bus where the rogue dude gets off? Because I know that the alpha did that. Like when the alpha kill, well, when the alpha offs people, he like pulls their head up and their whole spine goes with it. Yeah, well, I already said that part. Any movie involving babies or mommy. Oh, hit you. Oh my goodness, it's a zombie. Yes, on the bus after. Okay, yeah. So he offed the mom, and then the alpha offed him. Is that what we're saying? I don't. We don't need the names. I'm not gonna. Nobody's gonna remember the names of people. We're just trying to see if the rogue guy. Then they are chased, and the doctor shows up. But the one that was helping, the guy that was helping, got killed by the alpha on the bus, right? So, but I'm just wondering before I do the other part. It must be because, or I think you guys would have said I was wrong. Okay, so then they're running. and the Here Goes the Bone Collector guy. The whole thing about this movie, the Bone Collector, the Bone Collector. That was all the previews and everything else. Made it like the Bone Collector was like this intense. That's why the first alpha was so easy to kill. Like in the video game, you have the practice one before the boss. But the part that makes me, I think, was a big thing is the Bone Collector was why this movie was a thing in the first place. Like when it was 28 days later, it slashed the Bone Collector. So that was the big thing you're waiting for the whole movie. And I didn't like the Bone Collector was like a weak character. I didn't think um I just thought I was just shocked and I was just let down by the Bone Collector, how he looked and everything, and then just like his purpose, how he survived, and there was nothing really scary about it. I mean, it just was dumb. He was just a guy collecting bones. I mean, that's all he was basically doing. How is that, you know, such a big deal to make? So basically, the Bone Collector lives in this thing surrounded by just bones, bones on top of bones. And he just because he keeps his fire burning to make sure all the flesh and stuff. He built the bone temple. That's all he did. He didn't do anything else. What was the? That's what I said. It was just so stupid. Ooh, he built a bone temple. So scary. So he was just burning the flesh off and using the skeletons to build the temple. Ooh. So anyway, the kid and the mom and him are sitting there within the middle of the bone temple, and the kid's like, please look at my mom and see if we could help her. And he examines the mom, and basically, he tells the mom first, like, you're gonna die. Oh, you're gonna peace out. Your life is gonna be over. And I think she knew, like, she was just like, oh yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. And so he goes to the son, and tells the son, your mom's, not gonna live. And of course, the son's hurt by it and devastated and stuff like that. It wasn't a scary movie. It was sad. It was supposed to be a scary movie. So that's what I'm saying. How could it be good if it's not scary and it's sad? How is that a good scary movie? Can you tell me? And it wasn't even really sad. I thought it was fun, Sweetums says. So anyway, who does it? Who pieces out the mom? Is it her son or her or the bone collector? I forgot which one. Sweetums was looking at the oh okay, so the doctor, you know, says, which I don't understand why. Why didn't they just wait until she passed on her own? I didn't get that part. But yeah, so the doctor helps the mom out with, going over to, wherever they go, like Officer. And so they burn the flesh, and her son crawls up the other bones and puts her skull on the very top of the bone collector stuff and comes down. Uh, just might have to watch it. But I don't know. I just don't know what was the purpose of the whole swinging alpha thing. No MRI, no CT scan. He just knew. Yeah. So anyway, the son puts her skull at the top of the bone collector. Like I said, that's all the bone collector did. Well, wow. So anyway, um, the kid basically travels with the baby and puts the baby in a basket and writes the dad a note and puts the baby outside of the gate and then leaves again and goes back to the other side. So the dad that's on the side with the people, uh, the doctor euthanized her. I think, yeah, but why? Why not wait until she was her time? That's what I didn't understand. But so they find the baby, and they're like, hey, a zombie had this baby, but the baby's not infected. And then he wrote to his dad like he's waiting to see. He's basically walking the other end until he sees water again, or something like that. The dad jumps, runs in the water. He's like, "No, my son!" dramatically. And then the son on the other side hears like a little yell or whatever while he's, frying his fish to eat. And then, wait, before he went back and left the baby, he got his mom's. I said that. I said he put his mom's skull at the top of the bones. I wonder if zombie baby is taken yet. I'm making the account if it's free. It's taking it. Oh, is that zombie baby? Oh shit. But I said the boy put the mom's skull on top of all the other skulls from the bone collector on the very top. Um, okay. You're tap dancing dogs. Because she'll be zombified and she'll slow them down, yeah. But, so the dad screams the boy, whatever. The boy hears on another side. That instantly turns into zombies running at the boy. So the boy runs, the zombie eats his fish that he was frying up. And so the boys try to run, kill these zombies. Then he runs into where part of the road had collapsed, and he's like, "Oh crap! How am I going to kill all these zombies?" And then, dun dun dun, a group of people come up with blonde hair, and the one guy says, "Do you need a little help or something?" And then the boy's like, "Hell yeah, I need help." So they all go and they kill the zombies. And then when the leader of the group goes up to him, it's the guy grown up now. He has the cross upside down, which isn't nice. That the priest gave him, so he has a cross upside down. And they basically shake hands like I guess he's gonna join their group. And that was pretty much it. It was stupid. Blonde hair, gold jewelry, and colorful tracksuits. I think because they were watching what is that thing that they were watching what are those people called? The the La people? What are those stupid things called? Teletubbies. So before when I was talking about the blonde kids, when they were in the house, they were watching Teletubbies. So I think it was some of the blonde kids that survived. They had the Teletubby colors on. It wasn't no American Ninja Warrior. It was Teletubbies. It was a Teletubbies group at the end, you guys. Okay, a Teletubbies group. Some suited about some American Ninja Warriors. They were not. They were copying it. They were like Teletubby basically. So that's why I said all these things were just so stupid. They could have made the Alpha so much more badass. He should have been able to be in there. Should have been some fight, like hand to hand fight with him. The bone collector could have been so much more instead of just collecting fucking bones. Like, come on. It was great. On to the next one. So, I can't believe. Anyway, I would rate it a 2 out of 5 stars. How about you guys? I guess talk about some American Ninja Warriors. They were literally gone off the Teletubbies. And what I don't understand is this wasn't Sweden, right? This was supposed to be the UK or something, right? Why do they have all blonde hair kids? Was it their part that they were all blonde? Why? I feel like I watched it, so I rated a 3. It gives a solid 4 out of 5. Wow. So nobody agrees these characters should have been, there should have been more of a battle here. Feel free to suggest more movies to me, Susan. And Susan gives it a 4 too. Well, I'm still sticking to my 2 rating. They could have, the aspects of these movies, having a bone collector, having a alpha zombie, they could have done so much more. Oh, I was doing 7.5 out of 10. We've been doing 5 star or lower. What are you talking about? Some 7. You know what, Susan? uh, so the ratings combined would be a 3. I was in the sun today. Part of the battle was internal, I think. Yeah, well, that doesn't matter when you have an alpha. Alpha's supposed to kick butt, not just rip somebody's head off. Like I said, there was like the base of everything was there. They just didn't follow through very well with it. So what did we say? We said we don't know what the next movie is because that one costs money. That Desi suggested. Yeah, suggestions are open until I find one that's free. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's try to see if you guys find any like newer movies out on Netflix or something. Oh no, even the newer movies look so stupid. Your turn since Sweden I chose and they both sucked. I need to see if there's a free option on. There are free. I've seen free movies. Oh, you're talking about of that movie? Yours didn't suck, Susan, and mine was amazing. If anybody else watched the movie and is listening in, tell us how you rated it, what you thought of 28 years later in the comments below on the replay. What is this? Oh, Stand By Me. I liked that movie when I was little. Well, not that little, but yes. Tell us what you thought of the size of the length of the movie. Oh my goodness! People probably. I'm not saying. You guys gonna watch Stand By Me? Believe me, if you saw that, so it wasn't appealing. It was gross. If people would look at that and be like, "Oh yeah, he needs to, Netflix and chill with me," they're gross. What day did you say it was leaving on the 28th? Well, I saw it when I was a long time ago. I haven't watched it recently. Oh, Desi saw it many times too. So A League of Their Own. So you guys want to try to watch something newer or something like that? Yeah, no, no ways. The ones that you have to read are kind of hard for me to follow along. Life with Tangerines, is that reading? Is that subtitles or whatever it's called too? I just can't pay attention to what's going on and read at the same time. I don't see how people do. By the time I'm reading it, it's like the scene's over and I can't. In my mind, it's like, well, that didn't work. A new movie that we haven't seen. Hmm. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch Susan 100% on Reddit, Rotten Tomatoes. What's that one? Or are you talking about the Korean one? What's Knives Out on? I'm watching a Thai cop show right now, and the guy captain and the guy above him seems like they're getting really close. Okay. And I'm only on episode 2. What's Knives Out on Sweetums? Have y'all seen the movie with Blake Lively, the one that was all the lawsuit drama? No. What's that one called? Here we go. I'll be glad I gotta do all this clearing away of nothingness if it ever stops with its sinuses. The lawsuit with the producer of the movie, Amazon Prime. Does Amazon Prime have previews of such stuff? So this is like a a who done it movie, huh? Susan, do you want to go for Knives Out? Because I know you're trying to get the fullest out of your um. Oh, it ends with us. That was that movie. Yeah, I've seen that one. I didn't know that was the movie that all the drama was about. Um, Knives Out is on Prime, so tell me if you want to watch it. I'm down with watching Knives Out. Oh, I didn't know it was about that movie. Yeah, I watched it. It ends with us. It's a whodunit mystery thing. It looks like It says suspense, dark, suspenseful, and smart. So we're down with Knives Out. All right. Uh, okay. Desert says okay too. So it's that'll be the next thing we watch. So we give it 3 days, right? So today's Monday night. Tuesday was so what? Thursday night we'll discuss it. Okay. And I'll check in like on the days, and if we all watched it before that day, we could talk about it. But just everybody will have up to until that day, so they won't be pressured into like try to get to it soon. Like Susan had already watched it; she had told the whole movie before we, but we before we even started chatting about it, she was ready. And you guys remember, if you feel like you could, say some of the scenes better and stuff like that, write it out so I can read it. It doesn't have to be me saying, and then this and that. You guys can say stuff too. I'll find this Mexi movie. Oh man, it's 15 degrees. I hope they turned the heater down in the basement. I said it a million times today. Turn the heater on today. Turn the heater on. So hopefully when I get up, the water will be running. And if you guys like it, Knives Out. It got two sequels, really, on Netflix? When I gotta hold it in for a long time, watch out, because I'm getting slow. Okay. Oh my goodness. So she's about some what, Susan? Oh, it's gonna be smart, but I'm not gonna say nothing. No. No, I gotta say it. Because Susan said a while ago she wasn't all about that splash splash. So I was like, oh, well, that sounds a little splashy to me. Uh, spilling the beans on the movie, so you know. Where'd Susan go? she's, she's like, how do I come back from this? How are you gonna totally ignore what I said, Susan? How about telling them the lovely thing I sent you on? So what you all gonna have for movie snacks? Mine have been lately freaking salt and vinegar chips and jelly beans. um, Susan, why don't you tell them a little bit of the lovely Instagram reel I sent you today? I got Sam. TB2 Susan was on sale till the 22nd for number two. I'm a giver, not a taker. Oh boy. That line. I love that line. I'm a giver, not a taker. I got a recipe for Dubai chocolate dates. Oh, okay. She sent me a reel about us losing our bean. Yes, you guys. Yes. So when you go through, like I said, the stages of perimenopause, menopause, and then you have uh, perimenopause, menopause, and then you have whatever the fuck after menopause is called. Um, so all these things, these lovely things, where you lose estrogen and stuff, and it says you lose your being, people. How are these things not taught to us? I think things like that are important enough to be taught to us in school. Like hearing those things are so shocking, and I'm like, what the hell? She sent this orphan girl into a panic, is what she did. Shoot, I was too. Yes, like the one attached to your body, it goes away. I don't understand. It's like really if but I think for more what sweetums you don't know what that means sweetums. You know what sweetums? What is the only thing people call being on a woman's body? Hold on a minute. Hold on, you guys. Oh, I don't know if that helped any. All right, the DJV sweetums are button. The man in the boat. What else? What else could we call it? So yeah, isn't that crazy? Why? Why do we lose all those things? Men don't lose anything. We gotta lose all these things. And then I don't know if it meant because if you like this basically say that if you don't use it you lose it basically. But I don't know if even when you're using it it goes away. I have a lot of questions. Wait, are we orphans? Sweetums? I don't know if you consider yourself what Stella ain't getting her groove back. Or all these are they continuously having spexy time so they don't lose it? Or I need to talk to an old lady. Now, really, somebody that will answer questions, I want to talk to them because I don't have nobody that I can talk to in my family that's older. So, can an old lady please volunteer to answer my questions? Because losing your bean is serious. That's a pretty serious thing because it's like turning drying up or whatever. Yes, that's bad, but that could be counteracted with lubrication, obviously. But your meat, like, what are you gonna do with that? Do you get a fucking metal one, a wooden one to replace what was there? Like, what do you do? Are there bean replacements? If they're not, somebody come up with one because I'm sure you'll be making some money off of that. Uh, uh But you don't misplace it, so I was wondering how you lose it. It goes away. It vanishes. Poof, be gone. You have to be pretty absent-minded, is what I was thinking. Hey, I don't mind losing either one. What? So I don't want my stuff to feel like it's different. Yeah, you lose the lip things too. Like it shrinks to nothing. Is this real? Yes. This is menopause. This is after menopause. This is what your body does to you. So can they start making implants? Thank you. You can make implants for other things. Can you make implants for these? Well, how? So you're saying so so Desi is saying you don't mind losing the ability to not do that anymore, to not, you know what, as a woman? Because if it's not there, what's going to make the friction cause, the other things? You could probably get estrogen shots. Yeah, but who wants those? Like that, like, I don't know. I soap up really well, so I'm good. Just joking. What? Sweet was hell. That was the estrogen one. And you can't say estrogen shot? Like, what the hell? Out of all the ones that were held, that one was held. I don't want mine to go anywhere. I don't care if I'm not using it. I want it to be available if it ever were I wanted to. Um, n- n- no, it goes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They say it goes away. It's not just loose. It's not losing the feeling. They're talking about the physical thing of it going away. That's why I said I want to talk to an older lady. I want to talk to an older lady that's been celibate, not a lady that. Well, I want to talk to both, but preferably one that's been celibate because maybe it is. If you're still using it, it doesn't go anywhere. That's the big part. They say it doesn't atrophy if you're still using it. But what about the people that are celibate? Their shit's gonna go away because they don't want to. They want to be celibate. No, thank you. I don't do anything anyway, so it could go away. I don't do anything anyway either, but I don't want my shit to go away. Like I said, I hope one day I wake up and want to be different. Want to be the old person. Want to go get me some. I want it there. I don't want to be like, ooh, I want to do this, and then boom, I don't got nothing. No, hell no. Yes, Susan, the sister she DJ with. Wait, what? Susan? Desi, did you watch? Oh. I read a bit and it says it will atrophy. That if you don't use it, that's what I'm saying. That's fucked up. But regular stimulation, yeah, that's so it really is about if you don't use it, you lose it. So unless you're doing regular stimulation, then you're gonna lose it. So my shit's gonna be gone one day. You'll be different for sure. Yeah, I don't. Now I know what KO. That's what I said. The drying up I was worried about, but dang, look at all the other stuff. It's just crazy. I don't know. I hate that I'm getting old enough to even. I don't want estrogen shots. I don't want to take estrogen and all that crap. But oh, that's just crazy to me. And like I said, a lot of women are learning about this because I'm sure even if they had older adults around them, nobody talked about, oh, hey, well, this happened to me, unless you're just like really open. It straight up dries up like. Oh, That's why I wish I had a maintenance buddy, like maybe 4 times a year, like every 3 months type. Come for a weekend and then just get the hell out of my face. You know, I wouldn't mind that. But then it's like you're coming with all your papers of health and stuff like that. But that's hard to find people that will get tested and then not do anything between the tested time and you enough. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing I would trust. Maybe even getting tested around me. Uh, yeah. I heard you. I heard you like magic. Got a wand and a rabbit. Get a wand and a rabbit. I don't know. Those things with me are played out. What's DJ? Our sweet little innocent sweetums. Does somebody want to explain DJ? Or I don't have to read it? Oh my god. Sweetums, close your eyes and picture a DJ. How the DJ is what they do with their hands. Then let's see if you get it. We are waiting. You know what DJ does spinning records. She's still thinking about it. Come on, sweetums, you could do it. Don't Google anything. Oh my gosh, what is J for job? Am I missing something with that one? Is J for job? Sweetums, when you scratch your record, AK button. Sweetums, this jockey. Come on, Sweetums. You gotta get it. So William, say your little thing if you haven't, so the ring doorbell won't go off. Wait, we just can't say. I doubt we could. I'm sure if I said that, they would be like, oh, like I said, they might not say nothing during live, just slow my lives down, like they always do, where I only get like 30 something views. But yeah, that's the DJ. So now I gotta find a maintenance upkeep buddy, I guess. So my junk won't atrophy. Oh, you already said it? Oh. I'm gonna put all that I want on Instagram and be like, I had no idea. I thought DJ meant. Oh no, I'm over here. So it's wiki wiki wiki. But I'm gonna say wiki wiki wiki. Oh my gosh. Oh, you have tea on the doorbell? What happened? And then back on your while Sweden was talking about the doorbell, um, back to your whatever. What did you say? I go way back. Oh, I hopped again. What did you say? What? Well, maybe I'll be able to find that. You're lucky I can't find it. I should drink some hot tea, but I grabbed a Coke. Can we say, oh, well, I'm not gonna remember that, but go ahead. Can we say master debate? That's a tea on the doorbell? Well, no, Susan, when you know how you say you're a giver, not a taker, or whatever like that. So does that mean that when people that say that all the time, or you, whatever, does that mean that you could like don't want anything in the whole process of it? Is that what like people don't need to get off at all, and they just want other people to get off, and they don't? Is that what that means? Because I hear people say that all the time, and in my head, I'm like, yeah, right, sure. And how? Like, what? So that must so there are people that walk around. I don't get it though. I don't know. I just feel like I've been fooled by people that say stuff like that. It seems like they change once they're in. I'm not saying you would change or whatever. But I'm just saying it seems like they use that and then they're totally different. So they're using a Wi-Fi jammer at midnight to disable it, and the other Ring doorbell isn't detecting a ghost. It's a person. Are you serious? How do you know? You saw the person on it? But that's not a person. That would be a pretty stupid person casing the house to literally show up at the same time on a on a Ring camera. Oh my gosh. So they're using a Wi-Fi jammer at midnight to disable it, and the other Ring doorbell isn't detecting ghosts. It's a person casing the house. So when the Ring camera's going off at the same time, that's a person that you see going up to the house. Because those are some very stupid. Like I said, I don't know. Time for your neighbor to have neighborhood watch. They use what? They use what? And they're different. I'm really confused. I just don't know why they would do it at the exact same time every night. Yeah, but she's saying so their Wi-Fi jammer at midnight disable it, which would make it not go off. It wouldn't make it go off. And the other Ring doorbell isn't detecting a ghost; it's detecting a person casing the house. I didn't think it was detecting a ghost at all. I just thought something is. It's a person casing the house. I looked up why a Ring doorbell won't. Oh, okay. So that's okay, girl. Let me tell you something. A person casing the house, usually they're gonna case it at the exact same time every night. That's the person that wants to get caught. So, how long has this been going on for? So I'm gonna install a third camera at a different angle. Yeah, definitely do that in case it's that what you're saying. But unless they're the most stupid casers of houses that I have ever heard of, they are not going to do things at the exact time. They try to make it random, so nobody can pick up on what they're doing. Yeah, just in case, do the other camera just for your safety. But like I said, like I said, how long has this been going on? And I highly doubt that somebody doing that every night. And what are they, what are they waiting for? It's not. I'm not saying it's a ghost, but I doubt it's a person every night going there at midnight. You know what I mean? For how long has this been going on? It doesn't have to be a ghost. I just don't. But just in case it's a person, yeah, definitely get that third camera so that you could um call the police if you have to. But like I said, usually people that case houses and stuff aren't that stupid. So it doesn't have to be a ghost. What I'm saying, it doesn't necessarily have to be a person either. But of course, like I said, it all boils down to your safety. Um, and that's all that really matters. Especially, like I said, at midnight. That's just too weird. Okay. Am I hopping off here early tonight, or does anybody else have anything to talk about? I think people have been half asleep. I have no idea why it goes off. Yeah. But like I said, to rule out a person, definitely get that other. I'm stuck on DJ. Definitely get that other camera because, like I said, your safety is what matters no matter what. I will say it's pretty weird. No, I'm not talking about the. Well, I'm talking about the ghost, but not talking about ghosts. It's pretty weird on the days where you remember to say what I told you to say. It doesn't go off though, and then when you don't remember, it once goes off. I think that's kind of a little crazy. But like I said, it's your safety that matters. That's the most important thing. So definitely pop that other camera up there. I'm here just washing dishes for today. Okay. I'm eating stew. Desi, I'll pass you my dish when I'm done. Don't you hate when people do that? You're washing dishes and then they're just like, here's some more. It's like, that's when you really want to stab somebody with a fork or something. I'm going to leave another package when I install another camera. I'll dance while she's washing it. It'll be alright. What are your takes on dishwashers? I think dishwashers are a waste of time because it's like you wash the dishes, put them in the dishwasher to wash them. Why don't you just wash the dishes? Was I held? Oh, you must have been Susan. Get your ass in here and wash it yourself, and then mop. Damn. Now she got it. She's like, you trying to make me wash it? Smash the damn floor. No mopping at night. I don't want to hear you complaining about the strong fragrance. There's nothing like well clean like when you're mopping the floor, even though it's not like game mopping. But I used to always mix a lot of. I used to mix. You know, you're not supposed to mix bleach. I used to mix bleach in my dish detergent. I mix bleach in the mop with Lysol. That combination I like smelling. Steam mop. What's a steam mop? I don't even know what the heck that is. Steam mop. Oh, okay. I've seen those. Never used them before. think you guys will enjoy Knives Out. It's really fun. I know some of the people in it too, so it's not. I don't like watching a movie where it's just a whole new actors that I don't know. So okay, so I would wash my dishes by hand and then set them in the dishwasher to dry. But it caused mold, so I had to clean out the dishwasher. And now I don't. Yeah, I don't. That's what my daughter's always like. I want a dishwasher. I said, "You want a dishwasher to wash your dishes and put in something for them to wash, and you're paying electricity and water for all that?" No. I threw away the steam mop. It's bad for floors except tile. Oh. I know this stupid one in here is a wooden floor. I don't know why all kitchen floors they should be have to be made tile. Oh, you. I love the steam mop, but I still mop afterwards because it doesn't feel clean unless I break my back and get migraine from the sentence. There was a guy who worked at Buffalo Wild Wings and he mixed bleach and ammonia and he yeah. That combination's a little too much there. I never used, like I said, the ammonia thing for me. Once that thing happened with my sister when we were little, I never used ammonia after that. After that went up her nose and in her mouth and stuff magically. No, thank you. I don't think my mom ever used ammonia either after that. That was not a household staple. Yeah, yeah, the Bissell. I was gonna say maybe I need to get that for my daughter for the kitchen, but that's a wooden floor in there. I mixed bleach and Comet in the tub and passed out. Hit my head. Luckily, I had a hard head. From bleach and Comet? I'd be sniffing that stuff and I didn't. Oh my gosh. Wow, yeah. Mm-mm. I always hit my head because I was tall. I hit my head on some hard ass things through my life, I'm sure. My brain took some damage because of that, too. A couple of hours? I thought, well, until my cousin came over and found me. That was way more. Your butt should have saw a doctor than if it was a couple of hours. What the heck? I was 14 feet tall today playing in the tree. And what the heck were you? And then you were in the tree doing what? On the ladder, texting and stuff like a dangerous. I couldn't believe that. But you're on a ladder. Where are you going to the tree or the roof? My boss tried to have me mix bleach and sanitizing liquid and Fabulosa to clean floors after the virus outbreak at the school. I told her absolutely not. That's a recipe for unaliving or... Yeah, what the heck? Let her do all that crap. Pulling, cutting off the dead palms. Oh, and the dumb seats off. Chemical buzzing, so she did it herself, and the bucket was smoking. What? Dang, you had to call the fire department? Dang. How are you gonna mop with sanitizing liquid though? Like what? Damn. Yeah, she wasn't too sharp in the cleaning area. Yeah, I could tell. Like I said, when I used to mix bleach with like the Lysol, that was the only two in the Ajax and the dishwashing liquid for when I was. I use Ajax for just like the bathroom areas, but I never had nothing like that happen. She's Breaking Bad, Desi. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I cut my nails too short. The middle one's dropping. I hate when I do that. Why did that take forever to pop up on my phone? That's another show I couldn't ever get into after I watched like 3 seasons of it, Breaking Bad. I'm like, I just don't like this. I've tried my hardest. Yeah, I have to cut my fingernails basically to the nubs because I have a scratching problem and I'll like I'll break my skin open and stuff. So after so many lessons learned, I had to learn, and my nails grow pretty fast and I could grow them out pretty good. But since I don't have discipline, I have to like basically cut my nails down to as low as they could get. And this one nail, it went a little too far. But yeah, it feels gross because all my life, I've always had long nails. So keeping them short like this is hard, but I have to do it because my anxiety just has me scratching at my skin until it gets bad. But um, I watched like 3 seasons of Breaking Bad or something. I just couldn't get into it. I didn't like it. I watched it years ago, so I don't remember all of it. I watched it all in the South Show. Yeah, no, thank you. Is it good, Susan? I stopped when they put the turtle guy's head on that turtle. What the? I have to keep my nails sharp because they're razor sharp and I get scratched. Oh, see, I do it on purpose. Well, I do it absent-mindedly. I don't do it where I'm like, "Ooh, let me scratch myself." But I'll get to a point where I scratch. I get my anxiety like makes me dissociate, and then I'll be like 30 minutes later. Well, where did this? Oh, I have to fix something with the band-aid and stuff and treat it. So I'm like, nope, no more nails for you. I keep my nails short because I can't stand seeing the whites on my nails. Really? Oh no, I never. Like I said, I was one that always had nails, no matter what. And my natural nails were like grow pretty long, So I've been doing this the last 3 years, keeping them short because I don't, and I think it's a bigger problem because I don't. For me, I do better living alone, no matter what. Like I said, it doesn't matter. I love the heck out of my daughter, the baby, and stuff like that. But for me, for me to do best, it's alone. And when I'm not, I think my senses just get too overwhelmed and think they must go into fight or flight because I can't even tell you what I'm feeling in that moment. I just know eventually it's like dun dun dun. What did you do to yourself? So I have to keep my nails short. But I have all these fingernail polishes that I went to waste because I used to always paint them and stuff. Now I won't even paint my nails because I'm scared of germs and I have to make sure there's nothing under the little tiny nails I allow myself. So I don't even paint them anymore. And because I have to see if they go blue because of my oxygen too. I'm rough with my hands and a dainty, cutesy bone in me. My nails used to bend, but now they're hard thanks to vitamins. Dang, your nails used to bend. I could never do a manicure. I have to cut my nails every Monday. Yeah, mine's gonna have to be once a week too, I think. Because even when they get a little bit of something, I get to scratching or picking. And I can't pick with them really short or whatever. A vitamin Susan's Biotin. They sell picking gadgets on Amazon. Yeah, I'm sure that works for some people. For me, it grosses me out to have to pick like that. But it's crazy how long I was in therapy and I used to say, oh, I pick at things. If I'll have a scab, I'll turn it into something huge when it just started out to be a little tiny scab or whatever. And anything, I'll go throughout my whole body, just running along my skin to see if there's a little bump or anything and then just attack and stuff like that. And there was a point in my life where my literal fingertips, you would never think that your literal fingertips would get sore, but they actually got sore. That's how hardcore I was picking at my skin for hours and hours and hours. You would never think, you would think, oh, would a therapist or a doctor know what the fuck that is? No, no. Everybody was like, oh, I don't know what that is. And then it's like I see on YouTube, dermatillomania, I think it's called something like that. I'm like, well, how don't specialists know when you're saying, "Hey, I'm doing this. This is a thing," and your fingertips are so freaking sore and they don't know what it is? Like, I just don't understand the system of mental health and what the fuck, why they're even there if they don't even help you with anything. It's like an OCD thing, yeah, and it's just like, uh, I had to learn in time. One, even knowing what it was had me stop a little bit. Um, two, just like I had to learn what I would freaking, uh, just as hard. It's just not having specialists that will talk to you about things like this. Iron, oh, the vitamins. That's what I do with my scalp. Yeah, I do that with my scalp too. I have psoriasis anyway, so the scalps, that's something yeah, I pick and pull. I don't pull hair out, but um, I'm always fucking with my scalp. Especially, like I said, I have psoriasis, so I'm like, oh, let me clear this one area off, which doesn't really clear. It makes it build up more, or you'll just have a big ass scabs and places on your head. So, my anxiety never stops, so I feel like I'm always doing something. It's either my head, my skin, anywhere. So I try to keep the low fingernails, but the low fingernails don't help with my scalp. There's nothing, I don't know what I would be able to do for my scalp. I picked a bald patch on myself when I was a kid. Oh, wow. Yeah. I try my hardest not to do it, but it's just like I'll catch myself like, damn. It's just so natural. Susan, you think you would need vitamin D since it's so sunny there? Oh, you wouldn't need. With aging, though, your vitamin D goes plummets. There still has to be something in vitamins that I'm allergic to if I instantly throw them up. But will doctors ever get into what that is? No. When I was in my 20s, someone accused me of having lice because they saw me picking at my hair. Oh no. I was like, no, you dumb shit. I just have anxiety, and that's, yeah. Yeah, people are so stupid. Hasn't been sunny very much this winter, and I've rarely been able to go outside, yeah. You had a rough season, but the spring, you'll be doing better. Yeah, liquid vitamins still, they liquid vitamins give me a I don't know, something to my stomach. I don't know what the hell, because I just spent like $25 on liquid B12, and I can't even use it. So I just got to stick with when I could get to my doctor's, get in the shots, and hoping that does enough. But the last couple times with my blood work, I didn't need the B12 like I usually do. Hey Larry, what's up? Larry, you joined late. I'm about to get off here. I usually hop off at the 2 hour mark. Oh, I see. Also, are tourists able to visit the giant? There's a giant telescope. Where's our brisket? Yeah, Larry, how was the brisket that you smoked? as I sit here picking my scalp. Oh my gosh. I think that happens when I run out of things to talk about. I'm like, oh no, oh no. But I'm like, we made it to the 2 hour mark. I'm just gonna wait till the convo with Larry's over if he says anything else. It was delicious, and I mean, it is tender, so tender I could have used a spoon to eat it. I'm not going to lie. How was that hidden? What the heck? Something about brisket? We're talking about brisket here, YouTube. What are your nasty minds thinking about? I can eat it with a spoon. We're not talking about tenderonis here. uh, do you guys have a theme for Baby Kitten's birthday? No, because I don't think she does. Um, she wants to keep it pretty simple, so she's pretty much gonna like have it where he just smashes a cake or something. But she said, like she doesn't want to make a big deal out of the first one, so I don't think it's just gonna be like a small little thing. Classic Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh would be cute. I gotta ask her if she at least could have a themed outfit. Tender probably triggered it. Yeah. So what did it hit? It hit Tender with a spoon from Sweetums, I think. Um, Second theme, we had a Barney theme for the first. Yeah, I don't know. My daughter's not like yay into. Um, I think if we had like more family around and stuff, it would be different. But since it's so small of a, we have such a small family unit. I don't think she's um too into it. I know when the second one's gonna be something he'll remember. That's probably gonna be different, but the first one's just gonna be small. Larry, we discussed the movie without you. Did he watch the movie? No, you didn't say tenderoni. Well, they're trying to hide tender, so I'm like, wait. I watched this YouTube called Kevin Louise Miles, and she did a classic Winnie the Pooh for her baby. And it was so cute. Oh, I know that's cute. Same, it was just me, hubby, and with our 4 kids, and my cousin. That's all we have. Yeah. There's really not money for it either, so, she's like, how's she gonna, like try to stretch and do all this for something he's not gonna remember? But I just hope I get a piece of the cake before she lets him smash it, okay? Because they're not cake people. They're just getting the cake for him to smash it. I just hope they're like, Grandma wants a cut of the damn cake before you ruin it. That's so silly that tender is a scandal word on YouTube, yeah. I forgot about the movie, I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm kind of pissed off at myself. Yeah, I'll be like, no, don't smush the cake, baby. Don't smush the cake. But I have to let him smush the cake. He's still getting presents and stuff. It's just not going to be like a big money spent on like a party like that. Larry, don't worry. We're busy toking this flyer for the brisket. Yeah, they don't remember, and the only thing he was interested in was rice. Like, oh gosh, was rice. He wasn't even impressed with the cake. Just like making a mess. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. Hold on. Hello. That's what they're gonna do. Have them smash the cake. Alright, I'm gonna go before my voice just totally decides to do all this crap that makes me mad. Um, so you guys, thank you tonight for joining the conversation and doing this movie review. Next movie, I forgot the name. Oh, is watched. Wait, is Dives Out on Prime Video. Baby's first birthday. 100 people easy. It's a big day. What? Yeah, my voice isn't even trying to let me say bye to you guys. But hope you guys have a good night. And thank you guys for coming in. And I will see you next time. Bye.